What's up, guys? This is Kalo, and normally I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming, but we are back for yet another episode of The Cutting Board. And today I'm joined by the one and only John Hanson. Why don't you say what's up?
What's up? Let's talk about some Sonic.
Oh, I mean, what better way to get into this very quickly? Because Sonic 3 trailer dropped this week. It is, peak cinema. I just.
It's it's a very good trailer. It definitely gets the hype. It hits all the right points. It includes that. It's like some kind of orchestrated. It's not the same orchestrated version of Live and Learn that they did in the Sonic Symphony years ago.
Yeah.
It's something different. But every time I hear the dun, 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 I get the
Oh.
goosebumps, man. It's crazy.
I can't stop smiling. This trailer brought me so much life. But we're here today to kind of break down the trailer, share our thoughts on the movie, expectations, all that fun stuff. There are a few things I want to hit on throughout this trailer. Let's start off by we're acknowledging Shadow the Hedgehog, the game. He's riding his motorcycle. I mean,
Mhm.
the Akira slide, the whole
Like,
thing.
all
I
he's
can't
missing
stop.
is a gun.
Yeah.
I
Was he using it
100%.
in that little teaser
What?
thing? There was like a little teaser of his foot when they were like, "Oh, like we started production." And correct me if I'm wrong. Was he holding a pistol in that or no? I could be completely wrong.
Um, I'm not sure what you're referring to, but I 100% expect at some point he's going to pick up a gun, and I highly doubt he's going to kill anyone. He's not going to shoot anyone with it, but I think he's going to take shots and like miss or something because this is still a kids movie at the end of the day. But I 100% expect him to at some point shoot a gun. Now that we know that we've got the motorcycle and he just yeets it into oblivion from way up in the sky, like that motorcycle's destroyed after that. But yeah, we've got that. I expect a gun as well for him.
Now, while we're on the subject of Shadow, him skating on the water with his rocket shoes, I assume that's the escape prison part of this all for Shadow. The one thing I really like what they did with this trailer. In other trailers for Sonic, the villain is shown off, Eggman, more often than not. They made Shadow look intimidating and scary. I mean, a comparison that was drawn on Twitter was he looked like a little snake slithering right towards you, like the head locked on, everything. I mean, it's just peak stuff. This is what you want. You want Shadow to be presented as this intimidating factor to Sonic and his team, and they did that. Just, chef's kiss.
Imagine a world where they didn't go back and fix Sonic's design in the first movie. If that didn't happen, we wouldn't have this. Like I highly doubt we would even have the second movie. But just imagine if Shadow had that original ugly Sonic design.
That
God, it would look awful.
that stings, and that's like kind of my thing with Paramount right now. I cannot praise them enough for this trailer, but then it also makes me wonder, and let alone the whole Sonic series, what happened with Halo? Why isn't stuff happening over there with Halo that's happening with Sonic? It's just so weird to me that they can nail Sonic out of all characters. I think you and I can agree here. Sonic hasn't been treated right over the years. And for them to nail this movie beat for beat, bar for bar, and we get a trilogy here, maybe more movies or shows down the line. But yeah, what are they doing with Halo?
I think it all comes down to the people actually running the projects. Jeff Fowler, who's the director for all the Sonic movies, probably the Knuckles show as well. He actually got started as a VFX worker on the original Shadow the Hedgehog game. So he has always had a very close relation to the Sonic series. Obviously, I just mentioned the ugly Sonic thing, and that's all in the past now. But like, even if you take away that ugly design, yeah, they changed up a lot of stuff in the movies that make it work in a movie setting. But you can still tell there is that love for the original material there. We've got all the Easter eggs, like in the Sonic 2 movie when they're dancing around and he does the Sonic Adventure pose. Like kind of stuff gets me. This whole entire Sonic 3 movie is just going to be filled with Sonic Adventure 2 references and Shadow the Hedgehog as well. Maybe even Sonic Heroes, we'll see. But I just really love the dedication that Jeff Fowler and his team have at just making this fit in a movie world while also being very dedicated to referencing the games that everyone loves.
That brings me to my next point. You brought up this is a kid's movie at the end of the day. You talk about references to the games. I guess, spoiler alert, if you haven't played the second game here for Sonic Adventure, but we deep dive into Shadow's story, obviously. Maria Robotnik. I think you know the question. Are we seeing it? Are we seeing the whole deal here? Yeah, do you think that happens?
Well, we're not going to see her actually get shot, but yeah. I think it's gonna be a camera pull away and you hear gunfire thing, because we see in the trailer it appears that gun agents are storming Gerald Robotnik's place, and we see the whole like Shadow and her like putting their hands up against the glass and everything. Like that's very obviously a moment where Shadow like gets put into hibernation or something, and Maria's like, oh. It's probably going to be the whole thing from the second game where he remembers, he's like, oh wait, Maria didn't tell me to get revenge. She said take care of the humans.
Oh, a little plot detail missing, but it's okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that moment's going to be. The big surprise to me with that whole like storming thing is we actually see Gerald Robotnik, Eggman's grandfather, alive in this trailer. Like that one really shocked me. It's Jim Carrey who's in an older suit and everything. He's playing the older grandpa version as well, which I love. Oh. Jim Carrey is amazing. And I was shocked to see him alive. Like that is one change that we've never seen in the games. It's always been he was killed off screen. He is dead. Seeing him confirmed alive in this trailer was very surprising to me.
That real quick, I love how Jim Carrey said after Sonic 2, I'm retiring, I'm not doing it, it's fine, I'm good. But he comes back to play Eggman again, but then Gerald too. I mean, like, he's dedicated, and I love it. Like, I just love his Eggman. I'm good. Like, really can't wait to see what he does with Gerald here. But this begs the question. I saw a theory. A lot of this movie might have to deal with time travel. Maybe that's how we get Gerald. I don't think he's alive in the present day, but maybe. Who knows? They like to take chances there. But your thoughts on we're going to be potentially getting round-ish Eggman, like the tried and true what we know from the games. It's going to be something to see on screen.
Yeah, we've seen this very slow transition for Jim Carrey's Eggman, because at the beginning, in this first movie, he doesn't look like how we know Eggman to look at all. Like, yeah. He's wearing black, he doesn't have he has a mustache, but not the mustache. And then at the end of it, we kind of see him when he's left on the mushroom planet, where he starts making that transition, and then he's got the mustache, and now we're getting further along. Now he's depressed and he's put on weight to look more and more like it. Yeah, I really like this. It's a very interesting flow of how Jim Carrey's Eggman has gone through it, and he's gonna be assisting the guys. Obviously there's gonna be a turn in this movie where Eggman tries to betray Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and probably Shadow at the same time. Like, Shadow will probably at that point turn to the good side and help to stop whatever Eggman's doing. Hopefully we get a reference to the Space Colony arc here, but we will see. Yeah, so that I mean, it's Eggman. He's always gonna try and do something underhanded. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
That kind of... I don't want to ask this question up front, because then that leads into, like, stuff for the end of the movie. Real quick, I'm happy about this. The Chows are referenced in the movie, too. Quick shot, blink and you'll miss it. but it's kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese. That kind of made me smile a little bit. I was like, there we go. References to the games. This is it. The Chaos Control. When I tell you, Shadow just absolutely taking down Team Sonic with ease. I mean, there was a brief moment where you seen Shadow turning away and walking away from Team Sonic, and Knuckles is like, no, I'll fight him. I mean, that moment alone, you see the terror in Sonic's face when he appears next to him, but also poor Tails just getting kicked for no reason. I mean, it's just stuff you love to see from a villain here. I can't get enough of Shadow. Also, your thoughts, we heard him talk. Keanu Reeves as Shadow, confirmed everything. What are your thoughts on his voice, and what do you think of the character? Perfect.
Absolutely perfect. Keanu Reeves is the perfect choice for Shadow. Also, I do want to give a shout out to the Chaos Control not needing a Chaos Emerald.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like Shadow can just do that in this movie. Obviously, the Chaos Emeralds are very small in Sonic 2, so maybe he does have one here, and he just has it hidden away, and that's how he's zooming around. But there's a lot of parallels to the trailer in that spot where Team Sonic meets Shadow to the Sonic Adventure 2, where Sonic meets Shadow for the first time. Shadow is on top of the destroyed wreckage. You can see him walking up, and I was like, oh yeah, this is perfect. The only difference being that Tails and Knuckles are there this time. I think Keanu Reeves is perfect for it. I love the voice. Very forward, very intense.
Yes.
I have a mission. I am going to get this done. Very John Wick. Yeah. And I love it.
It's perfect. Whenever Sonic is like, what did you do? And he's like, what I had to. I got chills. I was like, yes. What he does, I don't know. There's speculation that there's probably going to be a death, maybe, of Donut Lord. Yeah, we're really leaning into that, huh?
That would be very interesting to see. I don't think it'll happen. I think he'll be hurt. Yeah. I don't think he'll full out die, because the movies have been going for this thing where they are a family. And at the end of the day, I just don't see a situation where Shadow doesn't become... He's never really a good guy, but he's not a bad guy. Yeah. And I just don't see him being a full bad guy. If he kills Donut Lord, I just don't see a situation where Sonic would forgive him. And I just... If he's still alive but hurt, I could see Sonic forgiving him and then they working together in the future. That I could see. I just can't see a situation where Donut Lord full out dies and Sonic just be like, oh yeah, I can look over that.
Now, I like me some good old brand synergy when it comes to games and movies. They tend to release something alongside. We're getting Sonic and Shadow Generations here in a couple weeks, a couple months. And I want to ask you, does this lead to a remaster, remake, whatever have you, of the Sonic Adventure series, potentially number 3? Do you think this is possible?
Not Sonic Adventure 3, but a remake of the original games is what I've been wanting for so long. So long. I actually wrote up an article on GameSandwich.com earlier this year of 10 remakes that are the most needed in gaming right now. And those two games definitely make the list in one entry. I totally acknowledge all the people that look back at those games and say, oh, they haven't aged well. They don't play well. Sega can go in there, remake those games from the bottom up, and fix so many issues. In Sonic Adventure 1, it's the animations that are bad most of the time. Yeah. There's some other janky stuff in there. But the animations, you just make that look... Give it current day graphics, fix those animations so that Sonic isn't talking like this.
Yep.
I just really think that those games have potential to be brought back in a way that makes sense.
It's confirmed. I'm taking it. Just make it easy on my heart. Now, I got questions, and we're going to kind of do this as a little exercise. most likely to least likely. And that's for characters who will be showing up. I made a nice little list. I'm going to run it by you. Let's see how it goes. Up first, my safe bet, the Kalo certified pick, Amy. I think she's all but a lock for this.
I don't.
Really?
I think
maybe
she
this
can
next
appear.
character.
I don't think she's a lock. Because I think if you put Amy in the Sonic Adventure game, she's very much a side character. But I think they want at least 95% of the focus for this movie to be on Shadow. I do think there will be other characters shown, but I don't think Amy is one of them.
Okay, that leads me to my next character, who I think is a post-credit thing. Rouge the Bat.
Okay, this one I think is a lock to appear, and
Okay.
Post-credit is good. No, I'm going to say she's going to appear in the actual movie. I don't think she'll have a significant role, but I think there will be a point where maybe Team Sonic are like searching for Shadow, trying to figure out where they're at. So they're working with Gunn or whoever, and then she comes in as the agent, and maybe she tracks him down. Maybe she sympathizes with him, something like that. But I don't think she'll be a major role in here. I think she'll be more of an Easter egg than anything, just like one or two scenes where she appears like, oh, hi, boys. Hey, Knuckles.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
This next one.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
The Master Emerald's not around anymore. Oh, wait, no, Knuckles did fix it. He did fix it. Never mind. So we could see her. There could be like a post-credit scene where she like is trying to steal it from him or something.
Okay. Oh, gosh. This next one, and then the other three are more serious. This is just more for my heart.
Big. Are you going to say Big?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Big the Cat. I don't know. Make it a funny scene. Make it like a quick little Sonic's running by a building and he's in there eating or something. Like, it's something funny.
The thing that they're going with how these characters are on Earth is that most of them, not Shadow, he was created here, but all the other characters are aliens, like Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles all came from other planets. So there is a situation where I think like maybe Sonic and Shadow are like fighting and the rings get thrown out and they warp through different planets, and then you see Big in the back fishing. That could be something I could see.
That was more of just like, hey, for the memes, let's do it. Now, we're going to get into villain territory-ish. I'm going to say Silver. How about Silver? Do you think that's a plausible thing here?
No, I think that's a future movie or series. I know Silver has his fans. Shadow is so much bigger in so many ways.
Oh, 100%.
Silver making his debut in Sonic 06 doesn't help his case at all. I think this movie will be solely focused on Sonic Adventure 2 and Shadow, Sonic and Shadow, like being two sides of the same coin kind of thing. I think that will be the focus here, so I don't see Silver.
So my 50-50 split here to kind of round out this list. We're obviously within the Sonic Adventure realm. Chaos/Metal Sonic. I am sticking to this thing. Metal Sonic is the Thanos of this all, if they're doing a universe where that's the big bad. Obviously, I think Eggman getting that quill in the trailer kind of leads into that, but I'm not convinced Shadow at the end of the day is going to be the big blow-off battle, the big bad in this movie. I think there's going to be something, and it might just be Gerald and the Ultimate Life Form, if they're really going to get that deep. But yeah, Chaos or Metal Sonic. Yeah.
I definitely think... I don't think Chaos. I wish, because I love Sonic Adventure 1. I don't think Chaos, but I do think now that we know that Gerald Robotnik is alive, I think there's going to be a situation where Shadow like finds Gerald and that like Gerald will kind of be the brains behind the operation, and he's like telling Shadow what to do. After Eggman meets him, there's going to be that kind of betrayal moment. Shadow will realize, oh, what I'm doing is wrong. Then he's going to turn on them. We're pretty much going to have Eggman and Shadow switching sides.
Yeah.
And then Sonic and Shadow team up together and defeat the Biohazard Lizard, Gerald Robotnik. Maybe he actually dies in this. Maybe we get Super Shadow and Super Sonic working together, like at the end of Sonic Adventure 2. Amazing. That's probably the big thing I'm waiting for. That's got to be a final battle where we get Silver Shadow and Golden Sonic. Oh, that'd be so cool.
My gosh. What I can assume now, because we are in the third Sonic movie, and that feels weird to say, do we finally get that big blow-off Avengers Endgame movie where they face off against Chaos or Shadow, or do you think we have a few more movies and shows in between to kind of fill that gap? Because there's a lot of characters they haven't shown yet. Obviously, there's room in this film, but I feel like we have at least another movie and maybe mini-series, but I don't know who that'd be focused on.
I think there's room for Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles and everyone to kind of go to a different planet. Because the first two movies were very much focused on Sonic, like, living a life in it's just Green Hills, right? That's the town that was called. I think it's Green Hills. Building up that family with Donut Lord and his wife. I can't remember her name right now. Maybe there is a situation where Sonic kind of looks at Donut Lord getting hurt or something and be like, oh, we can't do this, and then warps to a different planet. And then from there, we start seeing those other characters introduced. Because like I said, they very clearly established that Sonic, Knuckles, all these animal creatures that we love from the games, they're not native to Earth. They came from other planets. So I think there's potential for Sonic to, like, for future projects, movies, series, whatever comes out next. I think there's potential for them to move away from Earth. Maybe we start getting Sally and all the freedom fighters there. I doubt that, but there's a chance.
The way they're making deep cuts in these movies and trailers, I mean, honestly, anything's open. The only thing I ask for that big movie, don't call it Sonic 4, don't call it whatever, Sonic Heroes. Bam. Right there. And that's why I think Metal Sonic...
They got the Team Sonic thing for this movie.
The only thing I ask, too, the first two movies, they didn't really put in, like, Open Your Heart, or, like, I think we should get Live and Learn in this one.
They've already shown.
Yeah, that's my thing. I need more of the music from the games in there. I just love it.
Well, the first two were the first Sonic movie was very focused on the first Sonic game.
Yeah.
The second Sonic movie had a lot of Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 references. But now we're starting to get to the Dreamcast era. So I do think we will have Live and Learn. So I tweeted this yesterday. It appears with this movie that they're going away from the Sonic Adventure 2 plot thread, where at the beginning, everyone thinks Sonic is Shadow just because they are hedgehogs, even though they look nothing alike.
Exactly.
One is blue, one is black with red quills. It's like, these guys are not comparable. You can easily tell them apart. I am so glad that they're going away from that.
Yes.
So we're probably going to avoid we have to capture Sonic and arrest him thing. The one thing that breaks my heart about that is we probably won't get Escape from the City.
Yep.
Because I just don't see a situation where that could play out if Sonic isn't snowboarding down San Francisco on a part of a helicopter, which is insane to say. That is my favorite. That is probably my favorite part of any Sonic game, and it's probably not going to be here, but at least we're going to have the Live and Learn, Sonic and Shadow go super and team up thing. I see that happening, but Escape from the City potentially not being here does break my heart a little.
I also think moving forward, like, we've kind of... I don't think they should show anything else, like any other characters popping up, any other teases. I think what we have right now, variations of what we have now, totally fine. But don't go if, like, Rouge happens to be in this. Don't show it. Like, leave it for the movie. That goes for trailers in general. Also, if there's any reference to another, like, the outside big bad, don't show it. If it's Metal Sonic, let it rip. Just let it be.
I think Metal Sonic makes sense for a post-credits tease for the future movie. I think this one, Shadow will be the main antagonist until the end, where it'll be Gerald Robotnik and the Biohazard Lizard. And then when you get into the post-credit scene, it's Eggman taking that quill, like you mentioned, and making Metal Sonic.
Also, Gamma, E102 Gamma, whatever his name is, he needs to be in here somewhere. Maybe in the fourth one, maybe in this one. I don't know. It could all work.
It would be very weird if we go backwards with this. Like, we have Sonic Adventure 2 here, but in the future, the next movie, we do Sonic Adventure 1, where we get Chaos and all these other characters.
The moment I see Chaos on screen, it's over. I can't gush enough about this movie. Like, it's almost scary that I'm so excited for this, because tip of the hat, I'll just say it. They've done so well with Sonic 1 and 2, and it's like you can't help but just be like, all right, I'm so excited for this movie, and I have every right to be, because they haven't given me a reason to doubt them, and that's just weird to say when it comes to Sonic and just stuff in general. But yeah, I'm over the moon about this movie. I can't wait.
Me too. I cannot wait. There's so much hype going into this. We are less than 4 months away now. So there's still time. We'll probably get one more big trailer before the end of it. And I'm with you. I hope they don't overly tease. I hope, like, if Chaos is in this movie, I hope we don't see, like, the dripping water or something to tease him coming. Like, I want that to be a surprise. Rouge the same way. Like, all of these other reveals, going forward, any material that is like showing us stuff for the movie, keep it on Eggman, keep it on Shadow, keep it on Team Sonic. Nothing else.
Maybe hear Shadow talk.
Show me the first encounter over and over. Like, just keep showing me your colorful bunch. Like, just keep it there.
My gosh. When I tell you guys I've watched this trailer, we're in double digits by now. Who knows by the time this video goes up. But yeah, I'm excited for Sonic 3. Do you have any final thoughts about this, or are we done here?
Oh man, I think we could probably jump into somewhere to pull up something, but I think we better call it.
Before this really goes off the rails. But yeah, if you want to talk more, we're always in our Discord. Links to all that will be in the video description down below. But as of right now, I've been Kalo, joined by John Hanson, and we'll see you guys next time. If you enjoyed today's video and want more content just like this, consider subscribing to Game Sandwich for all your news, rumors, and reviews. And we'll see you guys next time.